Today in this lesson we are going to learn about the passive voice. We already looked at the active voice, for there are two voices in English, the active voice and the passive voice. The objective of this lesson is that by the end of the lesson you should be able to form and use passive sentences. What is the passive voice? Generally, an English sentence begins with the doer of the action, that is the subject, then the verb, then the object or the person that the action is performed on. This is what we call the active voice. For example, we have subject, verb and object, that is Mary ate the mango. The passive. Now we can change this sentence to begin with the object or person that the action is being performed on. In this case, we form the passive voice. For example, object, verb, subject. Now we have the mango was eaten by Mary. Not all verbs in English take an object. Some sentences are complete without an object, or they take something else that is not an object. For example, Mary went away. Mary walked briskly. Both away and briskly are not objects because they are neither nouns nor pronouns. For something to qualify as an object, it must be a noun or a pronoun. These two sentences can therefore not be changed into passive sentences because they have no object. When should we use the passive voice? Number one, when we do not know who the doer or the subject is, or it is not important who the subject is. For example, somebody ate the mango. The mango was eaten. We don't know who ate the mango. It's not important who ate the mango, but the mango was eaten. So that we use the passive voice to show that. Number two, when it is obvious to the listener or reader who the subject is. For example, the doctor treated the patient. It is obvious if the patient was treated, it is the doctor who must have treated him. So we say the patient was treated. How do we form the passive? There are 3 steps involved. 1. Put the object of the verb at the beginning of your sentence. 2. Add the verb to be in the appropriate form. And 3. Put the main verb in the past participle form. For example, the teacher teaches the boy. So our object here is the boy. We are bringing the boy at the beginning. Then is our form of the verb to be, and taught is our past participle form of the verb. So we have the boy. Other examples: the farmer is fetching water. We are bringing water at the beginning as our object, and then our is being is our form of the verb to be, and then fetched is our past participle form of the verb fetching. The baby ate the fruit will become the fruit was eaten. Note, number 1, if you want to mention the subject in the passive sentence, use by. For example, the fruit was eaten by the baby. Number 2, if the active sentence begins with no one or nobody, the passive sentence will be negative. For example, no one beat the drum will become the drum was not beaten. If there is a preposition between the verb and the object, the preposition will remain after the verb. For example, they talked about the issue was talked about. We will now look at the passive voice of different other tenses. For example, present simple, I do it, it is done. Past simple, I did it, it was done. Future simple, I will do it, it will be done. Present continuous, I am doing it, it is being done. Past continuous, I was doing it, it was being done. Future continuous, I will be doing it, it will be being done. Present perfect, I have done it, past perfect, I had done it, it had been done. And future perfect, I will have done it, it will have been done. That is the end of our lesson today. Thank you and see you next time.